الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على نبيه الكريم عليه صلوات ربي وسلامه. My dear sisters and brothers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much for joining me in this program, The Great Women in Islam. The first woman we are going to talk about and learn from her story today is Maryam alayhi salam. She is the only woman mentioned with her name in the Quran. There is a whole surah in the Quran called Surah Maryam. In this surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala narrated the stories of many prophets. Zakaria alayhi salam, Isa alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salam, Ibrahim alayhi salam. But he gave the name of Maryam to the surah. This is surely to show that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants her to be a good example, a role model, a learning story for both men and women. We are going to divide Maryam's life to three phases. The first one, her birth. The second one, her youth. The third one, selection and test. This is when she was tested and chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as a perfect woman. So today we are going to talk about the first phase, her birth. And when we talk about her birth, we need to talk about her family, Ali Imran. Maryam's family was from the lineage of the Prophet Dawood alayhi salam. Imran and his wife were a very religious couple. Imran was leading people in Salat in Bayt al-Maqdis. He and his wife were very old and they didn't have children. They were living in a very difficult era. The Romans were occupying Palestine. Even Bayt al-Maqdis was under their power. Bani Israel were oppressed by the Roman. They were a very weak nation. They were not practicing their religion seriously. They were suffering from many conflicts between them. Even though Imran's wife was a very old woman, she was still thinking how she could help her ummah to revive. The answer was protecting Bayt al-Maqdis, making it play its role in defending the religion and uniting Bani Israel against their enemy. But the question, who is going to do that? Her husband Imran is already very old. So she decided to make dua and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give her a baby boy. So she will educate him and prepare him to serve and save the ummah by taking care of Bayt al-Maqdis. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned this in the Quran al-Kareem. قال الله تعالى بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذ قالت امرأة عمران رب إني نذرت لك ما في بطني محررا فتقبل مني إنك أنت السميع العليم. Oh my Lord, I have vowed to you what is in my womb to be dedicated for your services. So accept this from me. Verily, you are the all-hearer, the all-knowing. But when she gave birth, she was shocked. She gave birth to a baby girl. فلما وضعتها قالت رب إني وضعتها أنثى والله أعلم بما وضعت. Then when she gave birth to her, she said, Oh my Lord, I have given birth to a female child, and Allah knew better what she bore. وَلَيْسَ الذَّكَرُ كَالْأُنثَى, and the male is not like the female. Why? Because it wasn't acceptable in their culture that women take care of Bayt al-Maqdis. Woman, every month, she has her period. If she is married, she will be pregnant. Then she has to deliver her baby, taking care of the baby. So it's not suitable. But the wife of Imran, she didn't change her mind. She just said, وَإِنِّي سَمَّيْتُهَا مَرْيَمْ, and I have named her Maryam, وَإِنِّي أُعِيدُهَا بِكَ وَذُرِّيَّتَهَا مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ, and I seek refuge with you for her and for her offspring from Shaitan, the outcasts. So, strangely, she didn't change her mind, even though her husband passed away during her pregnancy, and the baby was a girl. she carry on with her nazr. She promised Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, she carry on. What are the lessons that we can learn from the first phase of the story of Maryam alayhi salam? The first lesson, the role of the family in reviving the ummah. Imran's family wanted to contribute in reviving the ummah. They thought of a good project, they planned for it, they apply it. So one of the most satisfying, fun, and productive ways to unite as a family, to keep the love growing between family members, to serve the ummah, is being involved in one project. Family project is a great opportunity to strengthen the faith, to know the mission, to set the goals, to get the support, to make the change you dream of. And we have a great example of a family project, and it's the example of Abu Bakr as-Siddiq. He involved all his family members in the Hijrah project. Everyone had a task to fulfill. Unfortunately, nowadays, family relationship is very weak. Everyone is living in his own world, digital world, his own island. No communication, no caring, no sharing. Even home is no more home, is an hotel where everyone come in the end of the day to sleep. I am sure you are asking yourselves, which kind of project we can do? It seems the word project is a very big word, isn't it? Not at all. You can start with a very simple and small project. Examples. You can choose to read one book, then sit together and discuss the ideas of this book. Another example. Try to have a monthly visit to an orphanage and work together to prepare a simple program with a few lovely activities that make the orphans feel happy. Third example. Try to introduce the concept of reduce, reuse, recycle in your family and make a competition between the family members and reward the winner. It's not difficult at all. So the first lesson we have learned is the role of the family in reviving the ummah. It's the family who prepare the children to this noble mission. Imran's wife chose Maryam's mission before she gave birth to her. She chose for her mission before she gave birth to her. So my dear sisters and brothers, if you want to serve your ummah, go home and love your family members. Forgive them, help them, share with them, think, plan, and work together. The second lesson that we can learn from the first phase of Maryam's story is that the Quran didn't mention anything about Maryam's father except his name, Imran. We know from history book that he was leading people in Salat in Bayt al-Maqdis and that he passed away while his wife was pregnant. What is the wisdom behind this? What is the wisdom behind not mentioning anything about him? The wisdom is that the Muslim woman doesn't have to wait for the help of the father, husband, brother, son in order to play her role in this life. Having support from this respectful man is something wonderful, but sometimes for different reasons they can't help or they are not here to help. Is this an excuse for you and me in order not to play our role? Not at all. We saw Imran's wife, her husband passed away and she carried the mission alone. So my dear sister, don't stop from doing your best because men are not helping or at least motivating you. Actually, generally speaking, the main role of man is to protect women, and the main role of women is to inspire and motivate men. So when your father, husband, brother, son see you playing your role, doing your best, they will feel shame, malu, to be left behind. So they will do their best to be with you in the front line or even going beyond your life. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose a woman to be the first martyr and the first who accepted Islam, just to inspire and motivate men. The third lesson that we can learn from the first phase of Maryam's story is that we don't know so much about Maryam's mother. History books said her name was Hannah, but we don't know the full name. We don't know the full biography. She wasn't popular, but she changed the history. We will see later how. What is the wisdom behind this? Why the Quran didn't mention, or what is the wisdom behind this? The wisdom is there is no relation between success and popularity. It is not important that everybody knows your name and your picture. What is important is that you are playing a role and having an impact in this world. If you are not popular, doesn't mean you are not a successful woman. You may say, but you know, Ustaza, being popular make me feel VIP, very important person. Actually, what makes you feel important is your mission and vision in this life. It's not the title that you hold that make you feel important. It's the difference that you make. But to make you feel happy, I will tell you that you are very popular. If you have a mission, a vision, and you are working hard for it, you are already popular. From where I got this? From a beautiful hadith of the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam narrated by Tirmidhi. And Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Inna Allah wa malaikatahu," Allah and His angels, wa ahlu samawati wal ard, and the dwellers of the heaven and the earth, حتى النملة في جحرها والحوت, and even the ant and in its hole and the fish in the sea, يصلون على معلم الناس الخير, supplicate in favor of those who teach good to the people. Can you see, my dear? You are popular. If you have a mission and a vision and you are doing your best to serve your ummah, to protect your ummah, you are very popular. Allah knows about you and He is blessing you. Al-Malaika knows about you and they are making dua for you. And all the creation in the heaven and in the earth, they are making dua for you. They are making istighfar for you. Even the ant. Why Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam give the example of the ant? Because the ant, we can see them, but they cannot see us clearly because we are very giant. But still they recognize us and they are making dua for us. Why the fish? Because the fish, they cannot see us. They are in the deep ocean. But still, if we are teaching people good things, they know about us. And they are making dua and istighfar for us. So you know, you are popular already. The third lesson that we can learn is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promises us to answer our dua. Ud'uni astajib lakum. Call unto me and I shall respond to you. And this is what the mother of Maryam, she did. She make dua and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, please, Ya Allah, I want to serve my ummah, give me baby boy. So I will educate him and prepare him to serve Bayt al-Maqdis. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala answered her dua. Why? Because one of Allah's names is Al-Mujib, the one who responds. But He is also Al-Kareem, the all-generous. When He will answer your dua, sincere dua, with the niyyah of serving your ummah, He will give you more than you expect. Imran's wife wanted a boy to serve Bayt al-Maqdis. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave her a girl. Some people may think Allah gave her less than she was expecting. Not at all. He gave her a girl, but not a normal girl. She will be a chosen and selected woman above the women of all the nations. She will give birth to a prophet in miraculous way. So Hannah's grandson will be a prophet. She didn't ask for that. And with this prophet, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will create a new nation. Don't you think he gave her more than she expected? Yes, of course. But why? The answer is because she was sincere in her dua and she did her best to fulfill her mission towards her ummah. The fifth lesson is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave the name of Maryam's family, Ali Imran, to the third surah in the Quran. And the main topic of this surah is steadfastness, الثبات. Imran's family gave us an excellent example of steadfastness in the face of trouble. Steadfastness in serving the ummah. So we have to learn steadfastness from Imran's family's story. In the end, my dear sister, remember that when you know who you are a Muslim woman. When you know your mission, reviving your ummah, protecting and inspiring the Muslim generation, when you burn with the inner fire for unbreakable will, you want to do it. Nothing in this universe can stop you. Do you know why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be by your side. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.